The general pitch here is that what we see has to do with us, not about what's out there. So the question is, I'm not sure that I can feel the forgiveness to them when I'm pulling the proof. They're going to be angry at me. They're not exactly going to say, thanks for pulling the proof, Mom. I know you're doing it for my own good. They're not going to say that until they're 22. It's not going to come for a really long time. But the need for it implies a blind spot. Now, on this page are some examples of moments with children, and then you see in the middle of the page a worrying blind spots and the judging blind spots. Okay, this is what I wrote the book about. The worrying blind spots under that column is the low tolerance for conflict. Do you see that? I'm going to suggest that some of us, or all of us sometimes, have the low tolerance for conflict blind spot, by which I mean that we're not able to see clearly the teaching opportunity of pulling the proof for something they did, and we're going to have trouble seeing that if they get really mad at us and storm down the hall and slam the door because of a blind spot that we have that might be called low tolerance for conflict. Does that make sense? All of us have blind spots that are in the way of our viewing skills, and that's what parents have to work with each other about to be a great team. You have to know, you have to learn about what's in your way, what's blocking you, what's preventing you from seeing the teachable moment. I can stand here in front of the podium once every 3 or 4 years and say, I'm not worried if they run down the hall and slam the door. That seems perfectly reasonable to me. They can say, I hate you. They can say, you only love my sister. They can say it's not fair. I'm not worried about anything that they do or say. I'm just worried about what you do next. All of that seems like normal childhood. But if you over-psychologize and they go, it's not fair and you only love my sister, and you start going, what does it mean? Do they need counseling? What's wrong with me? Do I really love their sister? What do they think? Not you. But that's the over-psychologizing. I believe, is a blind spot that gets in the way of what I think parenting is supposed to be. Breathing in and out, seeing the moment, doing something great with it. Doing something great with all the moments that they present to us, including the yuckiest ones, because, as I said a little bit ago, they need them. They need them most of all. The challenging ones. How else are they going to learn how great our love for them is? And I certainly work with very fragile-looking high school kids who were never challenging, never peeped. They always brought home A's. They were always well-behaved. They get into 9th and 10th grade, they look like they could get knocked over by a feather. They look like there's no understanding. They didn't have any life experiences to make them strong. And when our kids are challenging to us, and we pull a crib, and we say, that just deal with it. I love you just as much when you bring home C- as when you bring home A's. I'm exactly the same person to you when you use your nice manners than when you use your horrible manners. I am the same loving parent presence when you make mistakes or when you're a saint. All that happens is the electronics are mine. And you go to bed early, and I'm not going to drive you anyplace. And dinner in 5 minutes. I love you just as much when you mess up as when you're perfect. And that creates healthy young adults. That creates children who have the sense of their own worth being separate from their own achievements. Now, that's jargon, but do you know what I mean? I do not think that this world was created for the only children in the world who are going to end up with self-esteem to be the gifted and talented and the athletically talented. I just don't believe in that kind of a world. And I think it's up to us as parents to teach them that their worth is not contingent on being a perfect kid.